This is Irontrader, and this is midday trading. So I'm going to take a look here at crude oil and at natural gas. But first, we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, BTC. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock, market, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Bitcoin. Now you can see where she's been rocking up higher here very, very nicely. Now, I said this before here, once you get a breakout like this and we get a pattern, what this does is this builds energy, okay? And then once it breaks out extremely hard. Now, if you look here on the daily chart, you can see we have a low, a higher low, and a higher low. This is setting up very, very bullish here, okay? So here's what we want to look at, okay? So obviously we had a high right here of 69,635, okay? So your next level that you're going to be looking at here, if it gets above that, is going to be 70,825. And then we'll come right over here to the top of this candle here. You're looking at 72,660. Okay. And then we can just rocket it over here. Okay. To the top of that candle, you're looking at 73,380. And then we have 74,415. Those are your big target zones. Now there is, resistance in between that. But once you get above all of this here, especially the 74,15, you're going to shoot to 100,000 real quick like, okay? Now, right here in the U.S., we have this election coming up, and both of them are for Bitcoin. So realistically, after the election, we got to see exactly how this is all going to shake out. Is this just all to get votes? Or is this, actual reality and say this is actually going to be kind of like a currency kind of situation? So we got to see, how it's all going to shake out there. So if you look here, like on a weekly chart, it's very easy to see here. That's 72,660. Okay, that's exactly what you're looking for. And then we just come right over there to the top of this candle. Right there, you're looking at that 73,380 and that 74,415. Really good. Now again, we had a series of lower lows, lower highs, but now you can see where you broke that pattern and we're coming up here nicely. See this? Okay, see how that we had that low, lower, high, low, and then we started working ourselves right back up here. And now this here, you're breaking that pattern. So it's going to be a matter of time before this is going to rocket higher. Okay, so let's just look at the downside here first. Well, obviously here, what we always want to look at is always look to the left of the chart. Okay, so you want to look at that 67,135. Look at the top of that candle. Okay, if that's lost here, then we're going to have this 8-day. You're sitting at 66,878. Now you can see here we have this sideways action, and actually today came down, but it came down below the 8-day and went where to go? Right back up again here. Okay, so that is going to be very, very crucial right there. It's going to be that 66,878, that 8 central moving average. If that's lost here, then we come over to the top of this candle. You got 64,770, and this is going to be key to 64,282, and then we have your 100-day all the way down here. In this case, it gets hammered 62,682. Then we have your 50-day, and then we have your old 200-day going on right here at 60,975. But right now, this is looking very, very bullish here. Now you can see here where see this 8-day here. Okay, you're rounding. See how nice it's rounding up here. Now your 8-day basically is sitting right at 63,043. And what do we have here on your 21-day? Okay, 62,929. Okay, see, so actually now your 8-day crossed above your 21-day. That's always very, very bullish. That's what you want to look at. See, when it crosses below, then we have that down. Now crossed above, and the price is above there nicely. So even if this comes down to that area, this is still very, very bullish here. So I'm expecting a big breakout here eventually on the Bitcoin, but we got to see how it's all going to shake out. So you want to watch that 69,635, then we can just ratchet right on over here until we get to your big boy here. That's 74,15. Now you get above this, is blue sky, and you're going to be heading right towards that 100K very, very easily. So if you're trading Bitcoin, just trade the range, until she breaks out. But once she starts breaking out and you start hitting the top of these candles here, okay, all the way through, then you're going to be heading for that. And we'd have to see exactly what's going to happen when it hits that. Does it reject it or does it break on through? Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Now, let's take a little peek ski, see what's going on. Now, we had this nice this sell-off here, obviously, and this was a series of lower highs, okay, and lower lows, all right? But yesterday, what we did is we put in an inside day. So when you look at this pattern, when you have a big red candle, and then we have an inside day, but it's a green candle, if the next day it makes a higher high, that's very, very bullish, okay? So I'm scalping the long, the UCO here today, okay? So this is what we're looking for. Now, watch a video this morning. I said, watch out for this 8-day, 71.28. Okay, so we're just above that. Okay, and right here, this 21-day, you're sitting at 71.72. You're sitting at 71.79, and then we had this 50-day right here at 72.02. Okay, so right now here we're right in the thick of this. So now we've got to see if this is going to reject it and come down, or it's going to close above. So if it closes above that 8 to 21, and the key level here now is going to be that 50-day at 72.02, well, then we can just march this bad boy higher here. Okay, so what you'll be looking for, just look to the bottom of that candle right there. You're looking at 72.69. We'll come up here, looking at 73.26. We look on top of that candle, 74.45, and then we'll come up to the top of this candle at 75.08, and then we're looking at 75.45. That's your 100-day, and we got to see what the reaction is on that. Now, it gets above that, then we'll come right to the top there, 76.24. That's your next resistance, and then we have 77.26, and then we have your price channel going on up there at that, what do we got there, 78.46. Okay, now this is all about the war situation. Okay, so a lot of news coming out here about what Israel's going to do, how they're going to retaliate. They are going to retaliate. Don't worry, they are going to retaliate. The key is, are they going to wipe out any oil facilities? Now, if it does, this can spike right up to that 78.46 level there like nothing. Okay, matter of fact, it can go all the way up to this candle. It can go all the way up there. But again, if it does have that big spike up, that is your shorting opportunity, because those situations never really last. Okay, so always remember that. That usually is a big pop up, and then it's a good short ski all the way on down, and then you see how exactly what the reaction is going to be after that. So today, what you want to do is you just want to watch that 8-day. Okay, watch that 21-day, and then watch that 50-day on a closing basis. Okay, you close above it, well, we follow the candles up until we hit the 100-day, the 200-day, and then your big retest up there at that 78.46. Now, downside, well, downside here, we just do the opposite of what we've been doing. You just follow the top of that candle, 71.11. Okay, we're at the top of here, 70.67. We looked at the top of this candle, that's at 70.39. And then we just look at today's low. Okay, so we got 69.35. We come over here, you're looking at 68.46. And then we have Friday's candle, that 68.17 level. Okay, so very, very easy. You want to just trade this range, but if you can get through all this thickness here, then we got a good shot at that 100-day, that 200-day, and maybe even the big retest on that candle. Now, RSI here, moving back up here. Now, your green is starting to curl back over here, so you're pretty much flatlined here, almost like a tweezer situation. If that can cross above, well, we know what happens when that green goes up to red. There she goes, okay? There she goes. All right, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, here we have natty gas. Okay, so basically what we're doing is you're just trading this range. Okay, let me see if I figure up a little bit, make it a little more clear for you. Okay, see, very, very nice range. Okay, you're trading that 200-day, which is sitting at 2.24, and you're trading that 50-day, 2.39. Okay, so we're going right in between. Now, we had this red candle here. You can see how it's all selling off. But we had this green candle here yesterday, and it basically, let's see, what did we have for a high yesterday? 2.369, and what was this here? This was 2.37, so it wasn't an engulfing candle, but it had a nice big green candle with like a lower low, and then we come up here almost up to the highs. Now, today we had a high here of 2.375, a little bit higher high, and then we came all the way down, but this was a good scalp when it came all the way down here again, because today's low was that 2.27 level here. So, okay, so all you do is just look to the bottom of charts here. What do you got? Okay, 2.27 level. If that's lost, we'll come down to the next level, 2.26. And if that's lost, we just follow the candles until you hit to that 2.21 level like we had here. Okay, so let's look at the downside here first. So, obviously, watch today's low. Okay, that's at 2.27, and this 200-day, 2.24, that's going to be very, very key. If that's lost, we'll come over to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 2.24, and then yesterday's low, that 2.21 level. Okay, but right now, you're trading between that 200-day and that 50-day. So upside, you got to watch that 50-day. That's what we're trading against, 2.39, okay? Then we have that 8-day, which just crossed over at 2.40, and then we have the Hondo up there sitting at 2.41. So this is the same as crude. Everything is right here. You close above this, though, okay? Then we can start rallying up this thing a lot much higher, okay? Then we look to the bottom of that candle. What do you got? 2.44, okay? We'll look to the bottom of this candle. You got 2.47. Then we'll come over top of here, 2.49. We'll come over top of this candle. You got 2.55. Right here, 2.62. And then we're looking right here for that 2.64 level. So again, realistically, you close above all these simple moving averages, you're going to that 21-day, very, very quickly. Okay, that's just how that goes. So you got to be a little bit patient with this. Just trade this range. That's all I'm doing here. Traded the UNG there today. I got, what did I get out of that so far? Oh, yeah, I got 25 cents. I'm trading 5,000 shares. Okay, and then I'm going to see how this is all going to shake out. You close above this, then I know that that's going to go right to that 21 day, and that'd be a nice, good long trade. Okay, if you can't, then we just have that two-way action until she breaks up or she breaks down. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after the open close. We'll look at crude, natural gas, and then take a look at something else. But I just want to tell you now here, real quick now, Tesla's numbers will be out tomorrow after the close. You can see where the stock is just getting hammered all the way on down here. I mean, they missed deliveries. That was not good. This robo-taxi, that was wah, wah, wah. You know what I'm saying? And now they're going to come out with their earnings there tomorrow. So I'm not expecting much. However, it could surprise you. You just never know on what Elon Musk is going to say. But the key is today here is the 22nd. The 22nd. On the 30th, the 29th, and the 30th, there's a lot of earnings out. So you want to pay attention. You got Amazon, and there's Meta, and Microsoft, and Apple, and Google. So you got a lot of coming up ahead of you. And then NVIDIA isn't until November 20th, okay? But again, there's a lot to trade there. The easy way that I trade that is with the ETF TQQQ, and that's a sweet basket of all that. But again, if you trade individual stocks, just remember next week is going to be big earnings day. Okay, that's what I got. Thanks for watching.